Let's take a hard look at the so-called perfect marriage of Victoria and David Beckham, shall we? For years, we've been fed this narrative of a fairy tale relationship, perfect for the cameras, ideal for Instagram. But beneath the glitz and the glamour, there's always been something a little off, and it's about time we ask, is everything truly as perfect as they want us to believe? Now, if you haven't already, hit subscribe because we're diving deep into the Beckham's drama and how David Beckham's 2004 affair with Rebecca Loos still casts a shadow over their marriage today. Trust me, this isn't going to be pretty. Let's rewind a bit. 2004, David Beckham, the global football star at the peak of his career, and Rebecca Loos, his personal assistant, at the center of one of the most publicized scandals in British tabloid history. Rebecca claimed that she and David had an affair, a claim that shook the world at the time. The tabloid frenzy was insane, and while David denied the affair, Rebecca's accusations didn't go away. In fact, it's still a topic of conversation today, especially with the release of David's Netflix documentary last year. But let's get to the heart of this: Victoria Beckham's response. In her recent appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Victoria was questioned about this affair, and her response was as polished and rehearsed as you'd expect from someone who's spent years carefully curating her public image. Victoria explained how she and David had weathered the storm and emerged stronger than ever. She danced around the issue, saying how proud she was of their relationship and how they've stuck by each other through thick and thin. 26 years, and we've had so much thrown at us, she said. 26 years of what exactly? The constant stream of affairs, cheating rumors, and public humiliation? Does Victoria really believe this was all just a bump in the road? Or is she simply putting on a brave face for the cameras? Let's not sugarcoat it here. People who cheat cannot be trusted. No amount of "we've gotten through so much" can erase the reality that David Beckham cheated. And let's be real, the pain Victoria went through, the humiliation, the media frenzy, was not something she could easily just brush off. So how did she really handle it? By sticking by a man who publicly humiliated her, a man who still hasn't fully admitted to his wrongdoings? In fact, his recent documentary glossed over the affair and avoided using the word affair entirely. He did mention the pain of seeing his wife hurt, but never took full accountability. In the documentary, David claimed he didn't know how they got through the crisis, saying they felt like they were drowning in the public backlash. And yet, he never directly admitted to the affair. Instead, he focused on how hard the scandal was on their family. Interesting, isn't it? The affair is barely mentioned, but the focus is on how hard he had it. What about Victoria? What about her pain? David Beckham's handling of the scandal wasn't about healing, it was about saving face. The documentary didn't exactly paint him as the villain, did it? He's the victim in his own story. And that's just a slap in the face to the millions of women who've been cheated on and had their reputations dragged through the mud. It wasn't about him showing regret. It was about him trying to come across as the wronged party, as though all the media drama was something that was just too much to bear. And let's not forget Rebecca Loos. Rebecca, now 46, still stands by her claims and has publicly said she wanted David to admit to the affair. She's called him out for portraying himself as the victim in the docuseries, while her reputation continues to be dragged through the dirt. David's attempt to sidestep the issue by not acknowledging his role in the affair has only made things worse. He's not being honest with the public, and frankly, he hasn't been honest with his wife either. Here's the thing. If David had truly wanted to make amends, he would have owned up to it. He would have admitted his mistakes, apologized, and shown the world that he was committed to making things right. But instead, he deflected, avoided, and made it all about how hard it was for him to go through it. Now you might say, oh, they've been together for over 20 years, they must be happy. They're stronger than ever. But are they really? Or is this all just a convenient narrative that they've decided to sell to the public? A marriage built on secrecy and half-truths, where one partner is expected to overlook betrayal because, hey, he's David Beckham, the global icon. Are we supposed to believe their marriage is perfect? Or is this just the latest chapter in a never-ending cycle of media spin? Let's talk about Victoria Beckham's role in all of this. You have to ask, why did she stay with him? Is it because of their children? Because of the business empire they've built together? Or is it because she doesn't want to give the tabloids the satisfaction of seeing her fail? Is this really about love, or about holding on to a brand that has been carefully curated for decades? People who cheat are not to be trusted. There's no easy way to excuse David Beckham's actions, and no amount of "we got through it together" can take back the pain he caused Victoria. If their marriage has survived all of this, it's not because of trust and transparency. It's because of public image. What we see is a marriage that's had to work harder to maintain its picture-perfect status than most other couples ever will. But is that really healthy? And let's not forget the kids. Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper. They've all grown up in the shadow of their parents' public lives. Is this the kind of example they should be looking up to? A marriage that survives despite betrayal, deceit, and years of public humiliation? What does it teach them about relationships and trust? The lesson seems to be, if you're famous enough, you can get away with anything. It's hard to feel sympathy for Victoria Beckham, considering the lengths she's gone to protect her family's image. But shouldn't we be asking more questions about why she's sticking around? Is it for the sake of her children? Is it for love? Or is it simply because, as a brand, it would be disastrous for Victoria Beckham to show any cracks in her perfect image? David and Victoria Beckham might have managed to stay together all these years, but at what cost? Is it really love? Or just another Hollywood facade? The world may never know the full truth. What we do know is that while their marriage might look perfect on the surface, it's been built on a foundation of betrayal, deflection, and half-truths. And that's not something we should be applauding. It's something we should be questioning. What David and Victoria Beckham present to the world is the picture of a perfect, untouchable marriage. But behind closed doors, who knows what really goes on? There are always cracks in the facade. People who cheat, betray trust, and no matter how glossy the story gets, there's no escaping the damage done. The Beckhams may seem perfect, but they're just like any other couple trying to hold on to their image. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of celebrity drama and relationships. On Celeb Scoopz, we dig deep, ask the tough questions, and get to the heart of the stories you won't hear anywhere else.